Here's a condensed look at a very expansive operation. First, ballast bags filled with 25 pounds of lead shot are adjusted to bring the helium-filled blimp to the desired takeoff weight. Most pilots like to take off about 4 bags down, or 100 pounds heavy. During this operation, ground crew members hold the blimp down with ropes connected to the ship's nose cone and gondola railing. The nose lines are used to hold the ship's nose into the wind while it's being handled on the ground. As the blimp rises, the helium in the envelope expands, increasing the internal air pressure. The ballonets, or airbags inside the blimp, are deflated to compensate. The higher the blimp rises, the more air that must be released. During descent, the envelope pressure drops and the air-filled ballonets are reinflated to keep the pressure in the bag constant relative to the outside air pressure. To accomplish this, air scoops behind the engines funnel the air pushed by the propellers into the ballonets. Landing, members of the ground crew grab the 2 ropes attached to the nose in order to secure the blimp. Once it's close enough to the ground, other members grab the railings on either side of the gondola. Then the blimp is docked to a portable mooring mast. The blimp is anchored to the earth only at this one point, so it's always free to rotate 360 degrees around the mast as the wind changes. It will always point itself toward the wind, just like a giant weather vane, ready for takeoff, even when it's off duty. But with its frantic schedule and even more frantic fanfare, the Goodyear blimps have little reason for rest. 60% of their time is spent on television coverage and another 10% on travel, as they're routinely scheduled for national tours from May through October. Their remaining hours are filled trying to accommodate the many requests for special appearances, special promotions, and special favors for those wanting to experience the lighter-than-air ride.
The hardest job we have is to turn people down that want to go for a ride. We'd like to see everybody go, but when you're carrying 4, 5, 6 at a time, it just doesn't work out for you. In the evening, we try to set aside a couple of hours within our 8-hour day to fly public service messages, to let people know what's going on with local charities and events, in addition to our own product messages and some national events.
So just how difficult to fly are these big gas bags? Gears and pulleys are operated by muscle power for rudder control, while the elevator wheel, the same design innovation as on the Pilgrim, helps with elevator control.
The older style airship, which hasn't changed since 1932, that pilot's seat was designed in 1932, and it's the same. We've got rudder pedals that you use your legs on. The force on the rudder pedals can reach as high as 300 or 400 pounds pressure that you need to give a full deflection, right or left. And there are times when you have to do that. And so most of the pilots have very strong legs.
Over the years, Goodyear has trained over 100 pilots and countless other associates as each blimp in the fleet travels with 4 pilots, assisted by riggers, engine mechanics, electronic technicians, ground handlers, and a public relations manager.
You see the blimp, and there it is by itself. Occasionally they'll mention the pilot, occasionally they'll mention the camera person, but there's a lot of support activity that goes on behind the scenes to keep that one blimp up in the air over the stadium.